It's an interesting time. This last episode I made, I was talking about the CYBVR S3 Pro and the Kiwi design. And in the end, I lamented the lack of competition in this arena, these comfort mods. I want more to pick from. And wouldn't you know it, someone reached out to me claiming to have met in the middle and given us a little bit of both of the best worlds. You guys are watching Bringhurst VR. This episode is sponsored by a company I'm going to call Cyber, but really spelled like CYBVR. So CYBVR, but how do you say that? How do you do that? What these guys are offering is a headstrap similar in design to the Kiwi design, and by extension, the official MetaQuest 3 battery headstrap. But what they've done is they've incorporated the battery solution, not dissimilar from what you can expect from a company like CYBVR. Now let's go over some math. Kiwi Design is offering a head strap without a removable battery, nothing hot swappable, and that is 6,400 milliamps, which is about 3 extra hours, give or take, depending on what you're doing with your headset. Likewise, CYBVR is offering a hot swappable solution on a headset that's $89, and each additional battery is originally $50. As of the posting of this video, it's down by 10 to 40, and those are 10,000 milliamps. That's a lot of juice. So what we have here is a company entering the marketplace, claiming to kind of touch base on both these aspects, but at a more affordable price point. Now, their batteries, can I just say for the record how much I appreciate a battery coming fully charged? That's kind of not typical. Not the end of the world. It's great, but never happens. So that's kind of cool. Now these batteries are 6,000 milliamps. That is less than CYBVR. That is less than Kiwi Design. But with Kiwi Design not offering a hot swappable solution and CYBVR asking $40 for a battery, what would you expect a reasonable deal would be for a battery that gets you about 3 extra hours that's hot swappable to kind of nudge in there an argument as to why you should buy them over something else? $20 for an extra battery, and one just comes with the headset when you buy it. $20 for 3 extra hours of gameplay is kind of cool. About 5 total hours of gameplay, and then when it dies, throw on the second battery, and that brings me to 8 hours. And with that second battery only being $20, it's kind of hard to say no to it. There were things about this that I wish were different. I do. I mean, let me show you how this works. A groove right there, and then the battery itself has got a hook right there. Simply take the battery, drop it in, and then you plug this in over the top. It stays. Despite it being a hook solution, it doesn't fall out because of the way that it's kind of angled. It kind of scoops in. Now, do I wish that you didn't have to plug in the top of the battery right here? Sure, I wish it was magnetic, but that's also why you're paying $80 plus originally another $50 for every battery regarding the CYBVR. So if I can get a head strap for what's currently $42, and it comes with everything you need. It comes with a battery, and then an extra battery is $20. That's 8 hours of gameplay with a hot swappable battery in between that, for under $65, when CYBVR is asking for $130 for the same system. Granted, you get more with CYBVR. You get more juice. You get the magnetic attachment. But this is really going to be for those people in search of something cost-effective. I got to put myself in their shoes. I'm doing it right now. Cost is everything. I want a good experience that's affordable, that's well built, and guess what? These guys are out of Fort Worth, Texas, I think. So having it shipped from within the States means that you're going to have quicker shipping times. The headset from Kiwi Design is $60. So really what you're getting here, if you look at this, you have a knob on the back. Feels good, has a nice click to it. You can't over tighten it. It doesn't get locked down or anything like that. It's got a nice cable system here. They provide that clasp right there. And just like Kiwi, it's got that with a kind of locking mechanism, if you can hear that. Kind of locks into place. The overhead strap is kind of a memory foam. Feels good. Yeah, I like that. Something I want to comment on real quick. These guys, I'm being told that this can output between 15 and 18 watts depending on the device that's asking of it. So in the case of the Quest 3, it's going to feed it just fine. And in my experience, it's been doing just that. Also, they're talking about building a charging dock. And they're taking my input, and hopefully down the line, when they drop something like that, it'll make use of the underside pins of the headset. And it's kind of cool to see them listening to the community and doing what a large bunch of us, see as kind of necessary. And to that point, I haven't talked to them about this, but as much as I like this battery solution, if they're listening, if they're open to it, I would love to see this kind of a solution, but with a halo design. Give us an option of both of them. I think that would be amazing. For now, if you're into the Kiwi design, this is great. It works fine. But man, you drop two models, one of them with a halo design, you're just going to cover your bases completely. You're capable of unplugging the back, pulling the battery off, take the new battery, slip it on, and it's plugged in. I mean, how hard is it to take that off, unplug it, pop it off, put a new one on, plug it in? As far as the build quality of these batteries, if I grab this and I try to pull that, I mean, I can flex it a little bit, but it doesn't feel like it's going to snap. The button itself on this has got a less shallow input. Like it when you press it, your finger sinks deeper into the battery than with these other, even CYBVR for sure. So there's more response to it. So as with everything, it's going to be a matter of what are you looking for? Are you looking for an affordable solution that gets the job done, that is not garbage, it's well made? Or do you want the sleekest, cleanest, magnetic solution that there is? Well, if that's you, then the dock with the 3 extra batteries is gonna set you back. Honestly, not for nothing, I'm impressed. Like, can I show that again? The way they did this, it's hard to show on this. Let's try this. Yeah, there we go. This is cupped in such a way that, like, there's a click in there when I put it in. Listen closely. You hear that? Do it one more time. I don't even know what's clicking because I can't see in there, and there aren't any visible notches on this, but something in there is clicking. So it kind of stays in, but at the same time, it pulls out pretty easily. And something about that click makes it stay when it's upside down. So bending over to pick something up is not going to be a problem. I like this. And more than that, I like the price. I'm honestly always a little bit bummed. CYBVR relies on these things slide onto the arms of the MetaQuest 3. I don't use the front hook that goes through the loop when I'm using the MetaQuest 3. So for better or worse, when I use this, I'm relying on these arms. And I think it goes without saying that this official snap-on method here is much preferred. I want to thank CYBVR, I think, for sponsoring this episode. And it's nice to see something on par with Kiwi, something that is based out of America. Customer service is American. It ships from Texas. And they're meeting us in the middle with a design not dissimilar from Kiwi, but with a hot swappable battery solution that adds enough to the gameplay and for a price that is more than affordable, that if you're pinching pennies, I rather like this. It's a good idea. Thank you to them again. Thank you for being here. If you guys are interested, again, hit up that link. And if you want to see my comparison between CYBVR and the Kiwi Design dock and see how those stack up price-wise and comfort-wise and build-wise compared to this, you can click this link right here and check that out. Thank you to my Patreon subscribers and my YouTube members. I cannot do it without you. You've been watching Bringhurst VR. Have a great day.